Hey, we always live Elvis.
Hey, Memphis Mafia Kid, and
And Teresa.
hey, hope everybody's had a great first part of the week. Here we are. It's Thursday. How about y'all? Same old,
Tomorrow's
same old.
Friday.
Yes.
Tomorrow's Friday.
Uh,
Something to celebrate.
yeah. Man, y'all, it's thunderstorms, different parts of the day, and then when it ain't, it's humid and hot with the good old southern weather.
In the summertime, your favorite.
We gotta love it. It is my favorite. But
Not
y'all,
mine.
like I said, hope everybody's doing good. We're gonna get things started. We got some more great questions. We're gonna get to them. We do have some birthdays, shout outs, anniversaries, prayers, and I'm gonna start things off. First of all, our prayers, y'all, go. And if you hadn't, I don't know how you hadn't heard or seen, as we all do. It's heartbreaking.
Devastating. Yeah.
The floods in Texas. I think there's some other places, maybe Mexico. Anybody that's had, we definitely know, because we've seen and we've heard all about Texas, and it's just like I said, it might just be a little, but coming from all of us, it'll be a lot. Just to let those folks know that our prayers, our hearts, our thoughts are with so many. When life is lost, no matter who, it's a terrible thing. But when you hear about the children, not making them any more special, but I think y'all know what I'm saying. That just really tears you apart. But the thing that we all know and gives us that God's got them in His hand. So bless each and every one of y'all, and we're with you. With that being said, Teresa, before you do any more prayers, I got one quick shout out.
Mm-hmm.
Don Sawyer, we appreciate you so much. Thanks for watching, and thanks for your support. Teresa, I'm going to let you take it over.
Okay. So.
You notice I said let.
Yeah.
Some of that tuning, y'all. I'm back.
You're going to be back. Back in the doghouse. Keep on.
Hey,
Okay.
real quick, how about this? I'm back. Back in the tuning again. I'm back. Steve Tyler, let's get together.
You need to remember that I choose the picture that goes on the thumbnail, and I can choose a good one or I can choose a bad one.
You can,
It's probably going to be a bad one today.
Anyway.
Okay, so happy birthday to Christopher Allen, Lynn Powell, Tracy Sewell, Kathy Scruggs, Larry Bubba, Tina Claus, Alva, who will be 93. My dad will be 93 in September. To Susanna Shook's grandson. To Susan, Trisha, Gunnar Jordan, Denise Leach, and our good friend William. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, all y'all.
Happy anniversary to Paige and Lee. It'll be their 36th. Happy anniversary. And then we have prayers for Roger, David, John Kaufman, and George. And keep them in your prayers.
Our prayers are with y'all. Y'all, before we get started, the funny little thing, I gotta tell y'all, where Teresa gets her stubbornness and her hard-headedness from,
I don't know.
she's a spitting image of her daddy. Yesterday, we was out and about, and we had to come down some steps, and I don't know why I didn't get in front of him, but I was behind him, and I mean, yeah, he still gets around good, but 92 years old, he's still got. Anyway, it was at the bottom was a pretty big step, and so I grabbed him by his shirt and his pants.
His pants.
And
No wonder.
I heard him say something, and then I didn't make it out, and then I heard again, turn loose of me. So I told him, I said, Mr. Bland, I said, I was just trying to help you. I didn't mean, to make you mad or nothing. He wasn't, but it struck me as funny because he's like, turn loose of me.
In 92, we don't want him to have a broke hip or something.
Right.
And there's one foot that he has problems
Yeah.
with. So,
But anyway, y'all,
he can be mad. That's better than being hurt.
He's a character. I love him to death, and I wanted to. That was on my mind. So. All right, Tracy, you ready? We'll get into some questions.
Let's do it. Okay, the first question is from Little Less Conversation. Are you aware of Indianapolis's Elvis time capsule to be opened in June 26th of 2101?
We are not. I am not.
Look it up. And
until you see it, and
not
that's
that
great.
We'll be around or anything.
But I definitely we haven't yet. But across the next couple of days of the weekend, I'm gonna pull up, and see what I can find about it. That it sounds amazing. I'd like to know if it's gonna be. According to what you sent, I think 2102.
2102. Yeah.
It's going to be open. So I wonder when it was actually placed in the capsule or and what's in there.
I would guess 2002. That being 100 years from the time it was buried to open. That's just a guess.
You're usually a pretty good guesser, but there again. Don't be cutting them eyes at me, woman.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah.
JC,
let's.
The comic geek. Why didn't Elvis just get a passport and visit other countries without the Colonel?
That is a great question for Elvis. There was a lot of reasons. Only Elvis would know why. And let me put it this way. If he would have just got mad enough or upset enough, he would have probably done that. But there was a whole lot of other things. He wanted to, like we've talked about, it wasn't just visiting other countries. He wanted to perform. Was one of the main issues, and of course, we all know, with the Colonel and stuff. But there again, great question. Why didn't he do it without the Colonel?
I wonder if it was in the contract. I don't know.
He probably could. I have no idea. Nobody. People. Dad's talked about that a lot of times. That was business, and that was mainly between Elvis and the Colonel. And
maybe it just always got put forward, we will win, or down the road, and it just kept getting put.
However, forward. I've heard my own mom and daddy talk about it, and others that was with him. That was kind of how and why. The Elvis Aloha come about by satellite basically was that Elvis was wanting, to perform in other countries and lots of different things we all know and of what the reasons were of why and basically the Colonel come up and they created that to pacify Elvis, to hold him off, from just want, although it may have for a little while, but he still, wanted to perform overseas and but there again, in my opinion, that was one of the greatest concerts and specials that Elvis ever did, and we wouldn't have got that. So,
okay, from Paula J. Did you ever feel neglected because your mom and dad spent so much time with Elvis in his room?
No, we had one a while back that kind of along the lines. Was I ever jealous or upset because of my parents, traveling and spending so much time? No, I did not. Y'all, and I'm not meaning it in a trying to be above you. That was my way of life. That's what I was born into, the way I was raised, and I mean, I guess what I'm trying to say is, that was all natural. That's all the way it was because that's always the way it was. I didn't know anything any different. They were, 90% of my whole life was that with Elvis Presley. There was one or two times when we first started school, and even really 100%. Even though Daddy didn't, he cut back. He didn't go on tour with Elvis. We always still was up at Graceland. They were always doing something with Elvis. Like I said, from the day I was born until the day we moved and left from Graceland. That's all I ever knew.
Okay, from Bonnie Stevenson. Did Lisa ever get in trouble by her dad?
I think what you're really meaning is like serious, and no. I mean, it just did. But he didn't have to. I mean, if he got on tour, it was with a voice, and she knew. But even that, the way I always seen it if I seen it and heard it, it always had that love touch in his heart and in his eyes. But she knew, she knew when he was serious. But I mean, as far as like a lot of us, were, and all my friends and everything, everybody's families were different and disciplined in different ways. Not Lisa's, not like that. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. I mean, I've said it. She was spoiled. We were spoiled. But we did. Like I said, each family does it. Early on when we were young, we didn't get a lot, but we would get, a spanking from Daddy if it needed to be. It usually didn't. Like I said, those were far and in between. But
you probably didn't get enough. That's probably.
I probably did.
I know you did.
But look how great I turned out.
That's why I said you probably didn't get enough.
Mama, you usually just didn't try to mess with her. To make her actually mad, because now she would hurt you. Love you, Mom.
Yeah, I saw you throw that in just because I can't take a joke.
But she could be a mean woman when she wanted to be.
She needed to. To the two of you, she needed to. Okay, Sleigh Rider. How did the family feel about Larry Geller using mascara to cover Elvis's gray hair for the funeral?
I'm going to be honest. I mean, I can't speak for any of the other people that was there or their families. I can speak for me and my family, and I'm just going to be honest with you. It's not much of an answer, but during that time, we didn't even think about or know about it till afterwards.
It seems like he was like looking out for Elvis and made him look his best.
For some of y'all that may not, there's a story that Larry had said that Elvis had some gray and he had to touch it, which is it's probably true. How much? I mean, I'm sure I'm sure Elvis had a little gray. I didn't see that much because Elvis just didn't. I mean, y'all know how he liked to keep his hair and all that. But did he have some during that time? Yeah, but I mean, it would probably been, he was fixing to go on tour, so But as far as the question, like I said, that we didn't even know anything about it until after the fact. And if you're asking what do we feel about it after that, or I mean, I guess the same way anybody would. I mean, it's the same as they do a good job, when you lose a loved one and they fix their hair or with women maybe some makeup and
well, with men too.
yeah, and touch up and they do the best. During that, nobody's going to look,
It wasn't done disrespectfully
right.
or anything.
Nobody's going to look the
it was
same,
just to help
but
him to look,
we just didn't, like I said, we didn't think about it. But I'm trying to answer. I'm not sure exactly, what the question, but to Phil, Larry was there. That's a great thing, and did it, and that's a great thing. That's what I'm saying. It's if you're asking, was anybody upset or offended about it? Not any of our family, because that's just what you want. Larry was trying to take care. He knew Elvis. He loved Elvis, and he was just doing his part.
He wanted him to look his best. So.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Live with Nick or live with Nick, could be either one. Has the Smith family ever tried to locate any of the cars Elvis gave them?
No, never. Not us actually trying to look back up or get any of them back or anything like that. Not that, I didn't, and not that I can remember my parents. Might ask that to them because I didn't ask them, but we were close knit family and always together, and I don't remember them ever inquiring about maybe getting them back or who had them, or it just didn't work out like that.
Okay, this is the last question. Did Elvis like to play pinball? I don't have who it's from because you didn't write down.
Y'all, she's gonna throw it on me. But I didn't write it down. Yes, he did. In earlier years, when pinball, there was places he would go and play, and then he even had a pinball machine. At one time, it was upstairs in his room in his office, and then it was later moved to, y'all probably seen it on tour. The last that I knew about it, it was at the racquetball court building, and it was Knockout, and yeah, he played some, and I've told stories about it. We played the heck out of it. But to answer your question, yeah, at one time he did like pinball. Who didn't? I did.
I didn't.
But each
you're a little
today's games and I don't know what you would call it, but the way it is advanced, pinball's almost like prehistoric to some folks. It ain't to me because I actually knew it and played it and still like it, but it has, these games have progressed. So, but that was all of them. Hey, y'all, once again, we appreciate all the questions. Like I've been saying, we're getting closer to Elvis Week. Looking forward to that. Can't wait. Appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all know we love you. Hey, keep sending them questions in. And I'm going to say it again. If we've missed some or overlooked them, keep pounding on us. We're going to try to get everybody's answer. Y'all, we love you. And remember, we'll have another video out this coming Sunday. Until we see you then, remember, we always live Elvis.